Hello there, my name is Simon Lines aka Mwalimu, and welcome to the third part of the Lightroom class that I've been offering. This particular session we're going to talk about the aspect or the process of culling your photos, because of course as a pro photographer you're going to be shooting manually, and shooting manually sometimes you might have to do a few test shots before you can get the perfect settings for each lighting scenario or each location that you're going to be shooting at. And when you go to home after a shoot and you go to your system and copy your files, like we said in the previous video, you're going to have a very big number of files. Maybe like the last wedding I shot, I took around 1400 photos, but from that particular bag maybe I'm going to end up with maybe 500 or 600 photos from that particular bag. Then I'm going to leave the rest as waste in quotes. So in this particular video I want to take you guys through the process that I use to cull my images, and I'm just going to give a disclaimer. There are so many ways of culling your images. There are so many different approaches of culling your images, and I think one of the most popular currently is doing it in software, whether doing it in Lightroom or maybe Capture One, where you do the scoring system in any of those editing softwares. But for my way of doing it, like I said in the previous video, I'm a bit old school in my way of culling photos, and I use a discontinued software, and that is PICASA. So back then, I think PICASA is a Google product. It used to, it is what was replaced by Google Photos. Okay, so PICASA was sort of had an application as compared to Google Photos, which is mostly I think online. So one of the benefits of PICASA, on top of being a photo viewer, you could use PICASA to cull your photos, because it enabled you to mark the photos that you love and not mark the photos that you do not love, and therefore you could use that particular system to go and separate the photos after you're done viewing your photos. So if you love the approach of doing it in Lightroom, well and good, Capture One, well and good, but the reason I do my process of culling before putting my photos into my editing software, which is Lightroom, is because I do not want to take my waste into my factory. Okay, so if I'm a farmer and I farm avocados, and I have within my farm I have an avocado mill that can maybe make something from avocado. Okay, so after I'm done harvesting my avocados, I'm going to separate my good avocados from my bad avocados, then leave the waste, the bad avocados alone, or do something with them, then take the good avocados to the next step. That means in the next step, instead of you having to separate the avocados within the factory, you do it before the factory. So that is my approach to photo editing. I normally want to separate my good photos from my bad photos before I put the photos into the editing softwares, because at each particular step of my editing process, I want to be doing something particular and something specific. So if it is culling, I'm doing, I just want to cull and just do culling. Once I'm done with culling, I can now go to viewing and editing. I can go to editing. So I'm going to show you my way of doing it using PICASA. So like I said, I use PICASA, and PICASA is discontinued, but you can still find it online. So just go and Google PICASA download. I think you're going to get a version 3 point something, and just make sure that it is your default photo viewer. So let me open my file explorer, Windows plus E, so that I'm going to go to where I have my photos. Like I said, we have a partition system. From the partition, we have the folder system, the folder for the year, then the folder for the month. I think the photos I'm going to be using are in the folder for the month of July, and they are supposed to be somewhere in here, this particular folder. So once you have PICASA downloaded and installed, make it your default photo viewer. And how do you do that? So just open any photo. I'm going to be using this particular set of photos. So I'm just going to right click on any photo, then go to properties, then type of file opens with, I'm going to click change. So once you have installed PICASA, maybe by default yours is going to be photos that comes with Microsoft. Okay, so once you select PICASA like that, hit OK, and then apply, and then hit OK. And now whenever I open a JPEG image, it is going to open using PICASA. And one of the things I love about PICASA, it is floating. So for me to exit, I just have to press escape without having to use my mouse to click down anything. So I just have to press enter to open the photo and escape to close the photo. So For me to select my photos, I'm going to be starting the photos that I love. So I'm going to I'm going to press number 8 when PICASA is open, and if I like that particular photo, I'm going to hit number 8. It is going to add a star to that particular photo. Then once I'm done viewing all the photos and adding the stars to the photo that I want to take that to the next step of editing, I'm going to go to the software, then tell the software to select all the photos that have stars and separate them and put them in a different folder. So let me just do this quickly. These are photos of my former class. So we had a hangout of the class at the Arboretum, and I took some photos for some of them. So I'm going to select just a few of them for the purpose of this particular series of videos. So let me just see what I have here. I'm going to start with this photo. I think this one is good. I can retain which one? I can retain this one. So any photo that I like, I'm pressing 8. Okay. So then I can retain this one. Then this one too, then I can retain this one, this one too. So this one, let me take this one, or this one, let me take this one. So let me take this one also. So let me take this one. I'm going to skip that one, take this one. So you can see the star popping up whenever I press 8. Then take that one. Take that one also. Take that one. Take that one also. Take that one also. So I'm just pressing 8. Take that one also. Move Miche, and I'm going to take, I think, this one. So then I'm going to take that one also. He was Mike. Take that one also. That was Jonte. Take that one also. The 3 of them, take that one also. I'm going to take this one also. So which one? This one, soft focus. Let me take this one. Let me take this one. Let me take this one. So this one also, and that one, and that one, and that is the last photo. So once I get to the last photo, with my PICASA still open, I'm going to right click on the floating photo like that. Then I'm going to click edit in PICASA. So then what is going to happen, let me bring this to this other screen. So PICASA is going to open this new window for me, and what I have to do is now come back here. It is going to open the last photo I had open, so I have to come back here and click on back to library. Once I click on that, it's going to take me to a place where I can view all the photos. Okay, so once I get here, I just have to click on this particular star. So because you can notice all the photos that I selected have stars. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, they have stars. So I'm going to click on the star like that, then right click on any of the photos, say move to a new folder. So then I'm going to say select to edit. Then I'm going to hit OK, and immediately if I come back to my folder, you can see those photos have been separated. Now I have this particular set of folders, and I have a new folder here with just the photos that I'm going to be editing. So whatever is in this folder now is has been selected for editing for the next step of editing. So that is how I cull my photos using PICASA. At the same time, I'm viewing and culling. So what I just have to do is I open the photos, then if I want the photo, I press 8. It is going to get started. After I'm done, I'm going to open the software, then I'm going to put all the photos with a star in a new folder, and it is going to separate such that I'm going to have a new folder with my selected photos and an old folder with the photos that I did not select. So that is my way of culling photos, and like I've said, it is one of the ways of doing it, but I love it as compared to having to take all my photos to an editing software, then cull from there. If it is culling, I just want to do culling. That's why I do it before I get to editing. Then once I get to editing, it is just purely editing, because now with this batch of good photos, I just have to take it to Lightroom, because I'm very sure whatever is here, I do not have to think again, do I want this photo or not? Do I pick this or this? I've already done that before I got into Lightroom. And that is the third part of this particular series, where I talked about culling, specifically using PICASA. So if you love this particular approach, please try it, and see you guys in the fourth part, as we now get to the part of introducing the software, its menus, and its shortcuts. See you then.